SoCal Rentals is a leading provider of audio and video equipment box rentals in the United States. We deal with a lot of AV companies who range from anyone who do corporate events to, live event parties, all the way to tours. And with those clients, they kind of demand from us camera packages, projection, LED, screen packages. We can install comms for people, fly PA. So that's what's good about us being diverse, is we can hit all these different markets. We are unique in that we try to stand behind our engineering belief and being able to reach out to the market and say we come from an engineering background to design and build. That comes all the way from our systems down to how we pack gear, to listening to our clients and what they need and want. That helps us make the right purchases. That helps us see what the market needs.
The quality of the equipment that we put in our inventory is very important to us. This is how we separate ourselves from our competitors. We focus on quality, ensuring that when someone gets a piece of equipment from SoCal Rentals, it's going to work as intended. One reason that we choose Panasonic is the durability of their equipment. It's something that Panasonic has always done well, and we rely on that quality for our clients.
It's been a great relationship with Panasonic over the years. I believe our first big partnership was in 2012, and that's when they introduced the Panasonic 3800. And with all our client demands and what we're trying to do in broadcast and television, and when 2398 was a big thing, we jumped heavily into those cameras and put 30 of them in our inventory. And those things still rent to this day and have been a great product from us. The industry's kind of begged for a large sensor, Super 35 camera setup. Everybody's kind of filling it from the networks down, streaming down. And in a lot of our meetings, we keep on hearing they need a better value for what they're doing, and they can't afford so much labor on show sites. So when we were introduced to the PLV 100 a few months ago, it was a perfect price point and a great quality for the shows that we could do. So we started talking to people and showing them what we could do with this new camera. We put box lenses on them and depth of field test, everything we can kind of throw at it. And it's been great to go out and have conversation with the streaming companies and tell them we have a solution to help them with their budgets now.
Yeah, SoCal Rentals has been one of the early adopters of the PLV 100. One of the reasons for that is clients have specific challenges on set. One of those challenges we found is dealing with moire and LED walls. Utilizing the PLV 100, you maintain the broadcast workflow and still can achieve the shallow depth of field to combat the moire and LED walls.
The industry wanted to move to cinematic, but they still wanted the broadcast controls, and that's the big separation of the two worlds, is you just don't have them all together. And that was a huge problem, and this fixes the problem.
One of the great things about the PLV 100 is its flexible PL mount. You're able to use everything from compact zooms to Cine servo zooms from Canon, Fujinon Cabrio lenses, and even the Fujinon Duvo 25-1000 box studio lens. Being able to use these lenses to achieve the shallow depth of field in a broadcast workflow is what really makes this camera stand out from the rest.
The PLV 100 comes as a standard broadcast setup where you have a CCU, you've got a studio viewfinder which will recline up and down, the standard SMPTE fiber that it runs off of. You've got the capability of putting mic into the rear or in the front, and broadcast controls, both zoom and focus. One of the great features about the PLV 100 is the fact that it has a broadcast setting where you're working in normal dB, but you can also switch over to ISO, and it keeps your black levels and stuff at a cleaner signal, so that as you're jumping from an ISO of 800 native and then going to a native 2500, you don't get a lot of noise in the blacks and in the flares, and it still keeps a good quality picture in an ISO mode. With this, you've got the look and cinematic feel, but you also have broadcast controls. You have the paintability of a normal broadcast camera. And to have the two together is an amazing feature to have. It just brings so much more to your production. I look forward to many more years of working with the PLV 100, with the UC 4000. I can almost guarantee that they're gonna be durable and last and last.
Whether it's projection side or whether it's camera side, everybody's trying to get ahead of what the industry needs and wants, but it's nice to get it ahead of time and see it and know how we can utilize it. And that when we actually give feedback, Panasonic does listen and they do everything they can in their power to make it work. And that's always a benefit when buying equipment that constantly needs to be purchased. So it's good to have that relationship.